Hello, my name is Lee and welcome to this video tutorial where we're going to take a look at how we can create a wood floor material. Now, the material is going to be slightly different in that I'm going to show you how you can add a little bit more control in the material so you can change, for example, the color of the planks and the scaling and so on and so forth. So it's going to be just a little bit beyond the sort of normal or sort of average type of wood material here. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So I got these three textures here. I've got my albedo, my ambient occlusion. I have this color map, and this color map is what's going to define or help me define and change the colors of the different planks within our material, so we can have control over the red planks and the blue planks, the green planks and the black planks. So and finally we have our normal map. So basically just the normal map is as what it is supposed to be. It is a map that's going to give us the illusion of having detail within our mesh. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to go over to material. I'm going to type in M for master underscore wood material. I'm going to double click and open this. And what we want to do is we want to go ahead and bring in some linear interpolate. So I'm going to press and hold the L key and click 3 times, and it's going to bring in 3 different linear interpolates. And from that we need to bring in 4 multiply nodes. Alright, like this. And we also need to go ahead and bring in 4 different color nodes. I'm going to press and hold the 3 key and bring in 4 different colors. So what we need to do is I need to go ahead and convert these to edgeable parameters. So let's go ahead and convert these really quickly. And I'm going to call this wood color 1. And take this one and click wood color 2. Wood color 3. And finally, you guessed it, that's right, this one's going to be wood color 4. So I'm just also going to go ahead and select the default value for each one of these to be set to white. And so what that's basically going to do is that when we multiply the color by white, we're actually just going to return white, which means that we're just going to go back to our default texture color. All right, so we've got these, so let's go ahead and hook these up. So we need to go ahead and take the input here and put this into A, and take the input here and put this one into A. Now, what we also need to do is we need to go ahead and set the A output for this over here, and the B output actually is going to be the multiplication of the texture. Now we don't have the texture in here, so let's go ahead and bring this in. So this is our texture sample, and so let's go ahead and plug this in over here, so just like so. And so what we're basically saying is that we want to multiply this texture. By the color, and we want to base this on an alpha. So let's go ahead and bring in our alpha, and the alpha is going to be the colors. So for example, this first one, we can set the alpha to be let's go ahead and set this to be the red channel. Okay, and then the multiply, we want to multiply the color by the texture. So we're going to take the B value here and multiply this color and multiply this by the texture. Now we need to go ahead and do this for all of these. So let's go ahead and set the color here, and oops, let's bring this over here, back over here, and texture here, and color and texture, and finally color and texture. Okay, so this is what we have. Now we need to go ahead and hook these up. So let's go ahead and multiply these. So we're going to go ahead and set the B over here and the B over here, and we want to go ahead and set the alpha to green and this alpha to blue, and this final one actually needs to go over here. So we need to bring in we need to switch these orders. Sorry, so let's put this over here, and this one here, and this one here, and there we go. Okay, so now everything is hooked up and ready to go. So what this means is that if we go ahead and plug this in over here, let's go ahead and plug this into the base color. If we go ahead and select any one of these colors, say for example this color, and we go and set this to be blue, you see that we're actually only affecting the colors of that blue input of our mask over here. So I'm going to press cancel, and I'm going to select all these, and I'm going to press C, and I'm going to call this color. Okay, so next thing we need to do, oops, looks like I've created two of these. Let's just delete this one. Okay, once we've done that, let's go ahead and move this over here. So what we want to do now is go ahead and look at how we control the roughness here. Okay, so this is pretty easy. We're gonna go ahead and we are going to add a lerp. So again, bring in the lerp. So by pressing and holding the L key, and from the lerp, we want to go ahead and add two roughness values. So we're gonna go roughness high, and we're going to go ahead and set this one to be roughness low, and this one we're going to set to 1. Okay, and we're going to create a material instance that's going to allow us to control these values later, so I'm not really too worried about it being too accurate right now. Now what we do need to do is we need to go ahead and take the alpha and plug this into a clamp. So let's go ahead and bring in a clamp, and keeping the default value of 0 and 1 is going to be perfectly fine. We're going to take the output of the clamp and we're going to put this into a power. Now by placing this into the power, what we're going to do is we're going to increase the power of the roughness value. Now I do not have a roughness map. Maybe I can go ahead and bring this in. This might be useful. So I'm just going to bring this texture sample. I'm going to right click, convert this to let me try it again. Convert to parameter, and I'm going to call this roughness text for texture. I could also just use a flat color, so I may change that in the end. I'm just going to plug this into the red value, so we just choose any random value here, and we're going to go ahead and set the roughness contrast of this. So I'm going to press the 1 key again, right click, convert this to an editable parameter, and then I'm going to go ahead and type in roughness contrast. Oh, looks like I did the wrong thing here. Roughness contrast. Let's go ahead and set this to a value of 1 and plug this in, and let's go ahead and plug this into the roughness just like so. Alright, and this is what we get. So we can go ahead and change these values later. So I'm going to press the C key and I'm going to call this roughness. Alright, and I'm going to press save. And what I can do at this point actually is I can close this. I can right click, create a material instance, plus mi for material instance underscore, oops, let's try it again, wood floor. Alright, and I can click and drag this onto this mesh over here. There we go, so this is our wood floor. And we can open up our material instance and just start to play around with some of these values. So let's see, I'm going to set the, oh, it looks like, let's just open these up. And it looks like I've accidentally locked the capital letters in here. Roughness, low, roughness high, and roughness contrast. All right, let's save this and let's just update the values so it looks a little better. All right, so let's see what we have. We have these. Okay, so roughness contrast is like maybe 0.8 in this particular case. Maybe the high is like 0.7 and the low minus 0.3 might be pretty good, and we can save this. And anyway, so the main point of this being is that we can now enable these values, and we can simply just start adding random colors here. So we can go with pink, and we can add a blue, and we can add like a green, and we could add, say, some of a random color, I don't know, orange. So you can see that just by doing that, we've now created this nice colorful floor. but we want to add more control in this. So let's go ahead and let's just set this back to something that at least kind of looks like a floor type color. So let's see, maybe something like this. Let's go ahead and copy this, and I'm just going to paste this into each one of these to get something that looks pretty good. So I'm going to save this, and this is the floor we have so far. So let's continue in building the rest of our material over here. So I'm just going to go ahead and take this, and I'm going to move this out. All right, I'm going to bring in the normals and the ambient occlusion. All right, and let's take this over here. So first things first, I'm going to go ahead and build the ambient occlusion. And all I'm going to do for this is I'm just going to multiply the ambient occlusion by a value. I'm going to convert this to a parameter here. And I'm going to call this AO strength. And let's start with a value of maybe like 1.5, I don't know. We can plug this in, and let's go ahead and right click and plug this into the ambient occlusion, and that will go ahead and fix that for us. And I can go ahead and press C and just type in AO. And we can also set nice colors to these if we want. I'm going to go with something like this. Maybe something different. Use there we go. So now the last thing to do is to build in the normal map. So I'm going to press Ctrl C and Ctrl V because we're going to make a copy of this. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to add in a add node by pressing and hold the A and left clicking, and a multiply node. And what we want to do is we want to multiply this normal value by a constant 3 vector. So we can convert this to a constant 3. Now before we do that, let's just go ahead and select this and set this 1 by 1, and then let's just leave this like this actually so far, and do this and call this normal strength, and we can add this back into our original normal here, and press C to make a comment, call it normals. Alright, and let's take this and let's go ahead and give these nice colors. So I'm going to give this a blue that represents the normal colors, and this one, let's see, maybe some sort of red, and this one, last one, maybe some sort of green, I don't know. Alright, so we have almost completed our material here. The last thing we should do is to go ahead and set up the texture coordinates. So let's go ahead and do that. So before we do that, let's just go ahead and right click the metallic and promote to variable and just keep this at 0. Should be fine. Alright, so the last thing we'll do, as I said, is building the coordinate system. So we're going to have the ability to change the UV scale as well as the rotation of our textures. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and press the M key to bring in a multiply node. And let's just move this a little bit further back. And from here, we're going to go ahead and drag in a custom rotator. Okay. And the multiply is going to be for the scale. So we're going to right click and call this UV scale. And we need to set this to a value of 1 by 1. So our values are set to default. And from the custom rotator, we can go ahead and bring in the texture coordinate by pressing and holding the U key and left clicking, and then we can also bring in a secondary variable here. We're going to call this rotation. It's going to control the rotation of our texture. Let's go ahead and give this a default value of 1 and plug this in here. I'm going to go ahead and press and save this. Okay. And what we can now do is we need to go ahead and hook up most of these values, but we need to make a slight change here. So what we need to do is we need to go ahead and bring in a texture sample. Bring in a texture sample. Oh, not this one. I'm going to bring in a texture sample object. So There we go. And we can go ahead and plug the texture into this, and we want to go and set. Did we bring the right thing? Let's try again. Text a simple object, and let's go ahead and let's take this. Okay, why is this not working? Okay, texture object, there we go, finally found it. And we want to go ahead and set this to be the same as our mask, and we want to go and do something like this, and this can be set to mask. Nope, sorry, this can be set to color. My bad. And this needs to be set to masked. There we go. And now we can go ahead and plug in all of our UVs. I'm going to plug this in over here. I'm going to plug this in over here. I'm going to plug this one in, and this one, and this one, and finally our ambient occlusion. And we're going to take this and I'm going to give this a name. UV. Call this UV and rotation. And that is it. So we can go ahead and save this. And close this down. And we can go ahead and open this. And we can enable all of these options. And it looks like we just need to fix some of these naming conventions here. Let me just go quickly through and check these. Let's see. Which one is named badly? Is it this one? Roughness texture, there we go. And all these also, yeah, okay. So the normal, we can go ahead and convert this to normal. So convert to perimeter. Normal 1. And normal 2. So we can change the normals when we want. And we want to go ahead and convert this to perimeter so we can change the albedo. Now we can go ahead and press save. And we also need to make this mask. So convert this to, well, we can convert these to parameters also. Convert to parameter. Cost mask. Okay. Go back over here, and now you see we have all these options available to us. And let's have a look. Maybe we can change the ambient occlusion down here to like 0.5. Might be make it a little more subtle. And did we connect our normals up? It looks like we didn't. Nope. So we need to also connect the normals to the correct place, and we can save this. Now this is what we have. All right, so now we can go ahead and change our UV scale. So let's see, UV scale right over here. Let's set it to maybe like 5. Something smaller, maybe 3. And that's it. So like right now we can go ahead and we can change the color of our texture. Well, we can change this to blue, and this one to like red or anything. Or we can just basically change the color slightly to give variation in the wood. So for example, we could take this and just, I don't know, slightly make it a little darker. if we'd like to do that. Okay, so that's it. That wraps up this tutorial. I am going to be potentially taking requests in the future. So if you have any ideas for the type of things you would like to see in this channel, whether it's to do with Unreal Engine or 3ds Max or any other type of program you see me use, please feel free to leave the comments below, and I'll be checking them, and hopefully I can start uploading more videos on a more regular basis. But until then, I'd like to thank you for watching. Until next time, bye bye for now.